Jeez, my allergies are getting to me again. But yeah, um, I was I was laying in bed and was thinking about the differences between dating older and younger women, like in my past of doing it, of dating pretty much dating women younger than 25. Because when I remember dating a 25-year-old when I was 19, and so I'm really trying to make this video about the differences that I remember noticing in women who were, between like the age range that I go for, 18 and 25, and then women who are pretty much above 25, and the general actions. Now there are always case study exceptions. There always are different. You know, there are different things that can happen in both ages to make them, different. But this is my general overview. Now, whenever I had an under 25 one, that they usually seem to be far more energetic. See, in those ages, girls like they still like the whole idea of actually earning something. You see, like for the ones that I encountered and had and fucked, they still have this idea of of having fun, like earning their own money, and having fun being kind of like a provider, and they kind of like, it's fun to them to see how many people they can please, and what they could do for society. You see, like, these are the girls who's going to ask you mid-sex, like, "Am I doing it right? Is this okay?" And if they mess up, they go, "Oh, so I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I just, like, see, they're more like into like actually trying to be a legit decent person. Um, and it's something that I think, what I think my opinion of what happens is, there's always at least that one guy who just completely like just used them and fucked them over, and that's they end up in the 25 and older section. Now, and when they get 25 and older, my experience with these women were, they're usually far more colder. Like, like in the beginning, like they try to be more like, they everything about them is just fake, because like I said in another video, when they get over 25, it's like, it's either that's when that borderline like dementia, depression starts on a whole. When they get over 25, it's like they're just mad for various reasons if they're still single. Not even to mention if they got a kid or not yet. But they're just mad. They're mad because they're gaining weight. They're mad because they got a kid. They're mad because they don't have a man yet. They're mad because they're getting older and don't have a man yet. And they remember what they used to do when they was 19 and 20 and had, four times the men chasing them. Like, they're just bitter and fucked up. And there's just there's absolutely no reason to really keep them around too long. You see what I'm saying? There's just no reason other than to use as a cum dumpster and to have her raise whatever kid. If you had a kid with her when she was younger, there's just not a lot of reason to keep. There's no future to build with that. You see, and I'm in like, and I believe, I don't care how old the man is. I could not advise any man to date a woman over 30 unless her spouse died. That's about the only way that they can get away with being single, and at least make it sound like, okay, like, well, maybe she might be cool, and then literally an external circumstance happened that caused her to be like this. But in most cases, I mean, like I said in another video, there could be a situation where like maybe she did marry a guy who was like a wife beater or something like that. But like, let's just be real. In the reality of the dating world, is it really worth my time to go over there and even try to begin to decipher what was the truth, or was what was the reality of it? It's really not worth an old, like, I'm 33. It's just not worth my time to even begin to figure that out. So I just don't deal with them. And like I said, now, okay, now the other part, so with the over 25 gang, that's what I'm gonna call them, the over 20, because it's all the same shit after that. See, like, they're far more in tune with working for a long-term survival plan. You see, like, when they're 18 to 25, they're not really thinking about a long-term survival plan, because they think they're going to be 18 and 25 forever. They think they're going to look like that forever. They think everything's going to be like that forever. So they're not really looking for a long-term plan. So this is another benefit for the younger ones, because they still have that natural youth and natural, like, adventurous, mindset in them, and like with that they're like kind of afraid to do something new, but they'll try something new, and they're still in that mode. Whereas like when they get older, they just lose all of that. Like I said, now there are some women who, like, let's say if you do get a 25 older one, she just has low self-esteem or something, like, then she still might be worth keeping around, because, and it's shitty to say, but that's just the reality. Like, because if her self-esteem, if a woman's self-esteem is up and pumping high after 25, it's gonna go back to her core reasonings for existence. She's gonna be on some prostitution shit, but try to dress it up like it's not. She's gonna try, but the core is gonna be prostitution. You gonna have to have some money, and you gonna have to, like, and you gonna have to give her more than she gives you. Unless, like I said, she has low self-esteem. That's pretty much how that works. Um, I said when they're young, I'm thinking about girls now who I do. Like, man, like, yeah, they are just far more like they are just far more trying to please. Like they're accepting their fucking role and shit. Like they're accept, like, it's not like me, it's not about me making a woman a maid, but it's about her genuinely wanting to try. That older women, they get burned out on. And for the case that you do find one that may genuinely like to please, there's a good chance she's severely deficient in another field. Like, she's gonna be a horrible nag. Something's always gonna be wrong. She always needs something fixed. She's always mad about something. You got to do this because you're not doing it right. And like, look, I don't have nobody. I don't have to deal with this shit. You see, like, and I don't even deal. Matter of fact, today, man, I went to go buy luggage. So I'm getting ready to go on a trip, and this older woman, she had already hit the wall, face wrinkled up, and I'm just like, I don't even want to deal with you. Just get me the fuck out of here. And she's like trying to, like, keep conversation going with me, and I'm just literally trying to get the fuck out, like, because it's just sad to watch them. I'm saying, man, it's just sad to watch them be like that. And working at a fucking TJ Maxx or whatever the fuck I was in, like, that shit. It just, like, all that shit is just depressing, man. It's like, you already older and fucked up, but you still trying. Okay, like with the women who be in there, you already older and fucked up. So like, why are you really trying to, like? I wouldn't care anymore personally. If I got that ugly and that fucked up as an older woman, I wouldn't care. It's like, why you trying to, like? Because at this point, you really just dressing up dog shit. At this point, like, and then y'all got like this weird look in their eye, like a zombie, like, "Oh, we need purpose in life. Will you acknowledge our existence, please?" Like, they're just fucking attention zombies at this point. Like, it's just fucking, like, it's sad to watch them. It really it just hurts to see fucking older women without an older man standing next to them. It just hurts. Like, it's just fucking painful to watch, man. And like I said, but like I said, when they get older, the older 25 gang, there is just no real reason to keep them around. I say, other than to, like I said, if you knew her, if you were married to her before, that's the reason. And she happened to, and she, was good, and y'all stayed together. Y'all happen to stay together that long. That's cool. But when they get over 25, man, that shit, like, there's just no reason for, I don't care how old the man is. There is just okay, another benefit, if you're like a physically disabled man and you can't bathe yourself, something like that, then she could be of genuine use there. But other than that, man, like, because like I said, because, okay, for me, I'm not a physically disabled man, and I don't have, I don't have, a certain low level self esteem to in this category. Um, Walking into a relationship with a girl over 25, like, from my experiences, man, like, there's just no, like, because all it's going to lead to is just inevitable fucking. Okay, first off, if she even still looks halfway decent, you already know that that's not going to last too much longer, because it's like, because she's just older. It's like fucking buying vegetables at a vegetable store. Like, what, like, and this vegetable's been in here for a month. Like it ain't gonna. It's probably bad now. It probably just still looks good. And the same thing with them. Like when you date, when you get one over 25, you could be sure that it's just going to be inevitable fucking nagging, complaining, having you come fix something. She wants to go somewhere, but she don't know how to even fucking correlate the fucking trip or nothing. Like it's just like there is just absolutely no fucking benefit. Like I said, now when they're younger, um, they like intent, like they still, from my experience, you tell them you try to do something, or they just want to do something, they are going to be far more involved. You see, they're going to be far more aware of involved and genuinely excited to do something. You see, so that kind of makes you excited. Oh, well, she's getting excited, I'm getting excited, and not only that, she's finding out shit that can genuinely make your life better. Like, cause I can say, I tell you, all my friends who found a wife when they was younger than 25, and these are all the characteristics of their wives now at 30. You see what I'm saying? Like you got to get them at those ages. Like all my friends who are married, who found a wife when a wife was under 25, their wives still do that to this day. They still like genuinely try to figure shit out and genuinely try to be of use and genuine, like it's like a genuine try. But every friend I have who found a woman over 30, it's the same shit. She's fucking all, she's always mad. Nothing's ever right. Like she can't never do nothing. She probably don't even work. She sits, she they once they get over 30, like like their true fucking solo woman's nature core takes over. And it's just pretty much just prostitution. And she's gonna sit at home. She's gonna expect you to see these women. They're gonna over 25, man. They're gonna expect you to give them the world, and they're gonna give you a fucking peanut in return. And that peanut usually means sex. That's what like it has not failed me watching my friends to this day. It has not failed every time. I'm thinking a solid three or four right now who I remember. I remember when they met their wife, and they were like, and the wife was usually one of them was younger. She was like 17. The other one, she he met her. She was like 25, 20. I'm sorry, 23 or 24 or something like that. No, it was like 22. And another one I'm thinking of, he met her when she was 21. And like I said, when you get them in those ages, and where they still have the spirit to want to help and the spirit to want to exist. Like I said, they don't childless, mind you. She has not have any children, but she still like she naturally has that like inclination to want to go to work and the inclination to want to please you and the inclination to want to make sure everything's all right. She still has that in those ages. Once they get over 25, it's all a fucking act because she's trying to fit in with her female friends at this point, or just find protection in the world. After 25, she's going to try to pretend like that because she knows that that's what guys want to see. But it's all a fucking act, man. For most of the time, I'm not that maybe not every time, but most of the time it's an act, and it's just not worth it, man. Like I said, after 30, and all the friends I can think of, I remember one friend specifically I'm thinking of. She worked some bullshit part time job, and just sat in her fucking room all day, and then come out and would treat him like shit. Like, and she was older, and they met when she was after older than 30, and so I think they were both like in their like mid 40s. And she would come out the room and like generally kind of treat him like shit. And and they told me how they met. Her whole goal was to find a guy who she could do that to. And like I said, don't date women over 30. Like it's just that there is just I'm sure there's some out there who genuinely would be a good spouse. There's not many, not many. A lot of them out there, look, they just trying to get a baby or they trying to get a protector once they get over 30. That is it. Their time to be in love, that is just far done. Their time to genuinely love a man and genuinely care for a man is just expired. Okay. That time in their life is just totally expired. They try to fake it, and they try to fake it. One big reason why they try to fake it is because see, women always want to be 19 in their head forever. So they'll do whatever mental gymnastic that they can do to fake it for either that reason or because they're looking for a protector or a baby. That's it. They like that shit is just like, or unless, like I said, there are a few situations where it works out where maybe she might be genuinely good, like her husband or long-term boyfriend might have died of cancer. That happens. I get that, but it those are far few in between. I'm telling you, the nature, man. Once they get over 25, like that shit is just there. A woman being single, I say over 27 at max. That alone is the red flag. Okay, because of what she is, because of what her prime years were. See, men and women, we're on different timetables. We're equal, but we're equal for completely different reasons from a completely different foundation. When See, she's in her prime from 16 to 25. You see, we're in our prime from 30 to 50. So, but see, like all of it just gets flipped on its head. See, from 16 to 25, like I said, the only ages you should date women. I mean, of course, according to your age, if you're 17, date a 16, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old type shit. But they're in their prime between 16 and 25. So the math just tells you right there alone, okay, something's wrong with you because, like, literally, woman is wanted in the world simply because she's woman, because she can walk in a room with tight pants on and smile. That's all she has to provide, and she's immediately loved. You see what I'm saying? And you mean to tell me you went through 10 years of this shit and nobody wanted you, or nobody stayed around long enough? Something's wrong with you. But like, and this is why it's different for men when we end up single at 30, from 30 to 50, at 30 and on. It's different for us because by this point, we've already dealt with so many women shit that we already know what the game's gonna be before we walk into it. In a lot of cases, we already know what the game's gonna be. So it's like, well, look, yeah, it's a marriage. That marriage really just isn't worth it for us unless we just want to have kids, and we don't have kids yet. But even then, it's still marriage. Really isn't marriage. That contract of marriage really isn't worth it in most cases. Um, but yeah, those are my perceived differences. And if somebody's watching this and you may have a different take on it, please let me know. But this is just what I've seen. Like I'm telling you, date a 16, 25-year-old. She's not gonna have anywhere near the amount of world experience, but she's gonna make up with it from simply trying. You see what I'm saying? Like from genuinely like trying to be there and trying to be a spouse. That's where she's gonna make it up at. She's gonna be more likely she's gonna be messing up shit. I'm not gonna try. She's not gonna be perfect. I'm not trying to say that. She's not gonna have, like, I remember one girl, she was 22. Um she thought she just knew like everything, and she was paying like two times the amount of rent for like a shitty apartment, everything. Like I said, she's gonna fuck up, but she's gonna try. You see what I'm saying? Like she's genuinely trying. That's what makes up for her fucking up. See, but when they get older, see, they lose all that try, unless it has something to do with them. They don't care. They're not gonna try. You see, the only reason once they get over 25, they'll try as long as they go win something out of it in the end. And you gonna pick up on it as a man and be like, oh yep, this is what the dude on YouTube told me. They're like, once they get over 25, like they'll try because it has something to do with because they're gonna benefit from it. You see what I'm saying? Like, but when it be under 25, like they try genuinely to please other people under 25, roughly. Like then 25 is just like my general age. Some women they age out at 26. Some women they quit it at 24, 23, depending on when they hit the wall and all, all those different scenarios. So I'm just using the average of 25. Like when they get over 25, they lose that natural want to love and that natural ability to care for other people. They just lose it. Like unless it has something to do with them, they just fucking lose it. They don't have it anymore. They're like, this is why, like in Asian countries, when a woman gets over 25, they can in the Asian countries, I think it's China, they literally like people's like females' parents, when they get over 25, they have to go and sit outside in the park all fucking day long with a pit with it's pretty much like online dating, but they parents sit outside with pictures of their daughter who's over 25, trying to sell her off to a man because don't nobody want her no more. See, because in those countries, they still got courage against women. You see what I'm saying? They still have the courage to tell women no. You know, they're not fucking beat down by feminism yet over there. So they just honest about it. Like, look, bitch, you old, don't nobody want you. So we got to go sit at the park for the next 3 weeks to try to find some loser ass dude, or maybe some dude whose wife died or something like that to come take you because don't nobody want you. But see, it's countries like America, countries like Germany. I don't think Germany's too beat down, but they got a little bit of feminism over there. But that's for a whole other topic of why it even happened. But See, these countries, they are like the UK, like they so beat down to the men are so beat down that they think it's genuinely okay to be fucking with these fucked up bitches. And like they're doing the world a national service by doing it and doing the male's duty. Like, no, you're fucked up. This is what happens when feminism comes in the countries. This is like you're fucked up. Go to countries that don't have feminism and they open about it. Like fuck this fat bitch doing. Like they're open about it. It's not a fucking secret. But yeah, so that's my video.